Northgard. Vikings are hot right now, unless you've failed to prepare for winter, in which case they're all going to freeze to death. This indie game has you controlling your own clan as they build a settlement, finding success and renown through trade, conquest, and lore. Unlike your usual historical sims, Northgard isn't afraid to lean into Norse mythology, with the gods playing an important role and undead warriors wandering the woods. Just keep an eye on the weather report, as a harsh winter is just as likely to end your saga as a band of marauders. Game available on PC, PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch. The Battle for Middle-earth 2 represents a match made in heaven between the lore of Tolkien's universe and O's gameplay. Veterans of O will find very little to misunderstand when launching the Battle for Middle-earth 2 for the first time. Players need to erect resource-generating structures, military production buildings, and defenses to achieve victory in a scenario. The game also utilizes a rock-paper-scissors combat mechanic that should be very familiar to O fans. It would be a real shame to overlook this RTS gem. Game available on PC, Xbox 360. Stronghold Crusader 2. The game named Stronghold Crusader 2 is among the best games like Age of Empires that will revitalize previous viable strategies by blending downtown area combat RTS. Players should deploy a ruthless range of forces, including devastating storming devices, to determine the outcome of the ancient areas, like a harsh Arabic political prisoner whose name is Crusader Knight. Featuring historic buildings with only one player gaming story, drive your troops in and out of action over Syria's sultan known as Richard the Conqueror. With dynamical phenomena such as typhoons and locust throngs, you have to develop your arid ecosystem as well as assume control of important sanctuaries to turn into the ultimate master. Game available on PC. Warcraft III, Reforged. Just like Age of Empires, Warcraft is a game series which is considered as one of the classics of RTS games. The game is developed by Blizzard, one of the biggest gaming studios in the world, takes players on a fantasy journey where they can command exquisite creatures, the Night Elves, undead, orcs, and humans. Players go through an epic journey where they can choose any faction and build their base, assemble an army, and recruit powerful heroes to lead the charge. The latest game in the series, Warcraft III, Reforged, is available for order right now. Game available on PC. The Settlers. Fans of Age of Empire will recognize this franchise. In general, it's a city-building game with fighting mechanics. Players must construct structures, conduct research, gather and manage resources, and do everything else that the genre is known for. Although it is not as historically accurate as Age of Empires, The Settlers is a fascinating franchise with a medieval-like backdrop and excellent gameplay and campaigns. Age of Empires fans who are looking for a similar game will be satisfied. Game available on PC. Dawn of Man. If your favorite part of Age of Empires is advancing your civilization through the different periods of humanity, Dawn of Man will give you plenty to do. You need to get your people from the Stone Age to the Iron Age, hunting mammoths, cave lions, and woolly rhinos and fighting off raiders. Keeping an eye on the seasons is key, as your technology tree is still a few years off adding radiators, so you'll need food in your stores and clothes to stop your little people from turning into pink popsicles. Do well and you can construct Stonehenge-style structures. Do poorly and you'll be single-handedly dooming humanity. Fun. Game available on PC, Xbox One, PS4. Red Alert 3. A classic series for a reason. The real-time strategy icon combines a touch of history with a flair for the outlandish and FMV performances from Tim Curry and George Takei. The plot is a madness of time travel, and there are three factions to play as: the Allies, the Soviet Union, and the Empire of the Rising Sun. Forget historical accuracy, the weapons you get to play with as you build bases and launch attacks include psionic schoolgirls, armored war bears, vacuum imploders, proton colliders, and nanoparticle shields. If only history lessons had been more like this. Game available on PC, PS3, Xbox 360. Bad North. If you like the tactical battles of Age of Empires but are less worried about telling people to collect berries or chop down trees, Bad North strips all the survival stuff away to deliver an addictive and brutal bit of real-time strategy. You have to defend your island from Viking invaders, who can land on any coast on your island and cause utter chaos. They come in waves, and success comes from managing your small units of soldiers and using the geography of your island to your defenders. It's a tough game, but it helps that it looks like it fell out of a toy box, so at least you'll enjoy looking at it while you fail. Game available on PC, PS4, Nintendo Switch and Xbox One. StarCraft II, Wings of Liberty. It would be a crime to make this list and not include StarCraft II, a game so addictive it's still killing it as an esport. Sending real-time strategy into space, There are the humans, Terrans, and the Protoss and Zerg, alien species with suitably otherworldly powers. The game has a cracking single-player campaign, but its longevity is the result of brilliant balancing and map editor options that just keeps delivering tense and enjoyable matches 12 years since the game was originally released. Game available on PC. Company of Heroes. When discussing stellar RTS titles, the Company of Heroes franchise deserves to be on the list. Although the series is lighter on resource collection and base building compared to Age of Empires, the Company of Heroes series delivers pulse-pounding action that's satisfying to behold. The first Company of Heroes revolves around the Allied invasion of France. Company of Heroes 2 focuses on the savagery of the Eastern Front. Both games offer a wide array of fun scenarios that don't get old very quickly. Best of all, the next entry, Company of Heroes 3, is slated to be released sometime in 2022. Game available on PC, Android, iOS. Crusader Kings 3. Players who enjoy the depth and freedom that games provide should certainly check out games developed by Paradox. In particular, Crusader Kings 3 is a medieval romp that shouldn't be missed. The level of detail inherent in CK3's gameplay will likely appeal to fans. The sense of accomplishment that comes from leading a dynasty to greatness in CK3 isn't that different from achieving a victory in O. History buffs will no doubt appreciate unpeeling all the layers that compose both of these historical epics. Game available on PC, Xbox Series X and Series S, PlayStation 5. Anno 1800 is a natural choice for history buffs and lovers of O. Once again, fans who enjoy the satisfaction of creating something from nothing in O will be delighted with Anno 1800. Set during the industrial age of the 19th century, players can bask in the freedom of constructing a thriving city from scratch. Like any great city builder, fans must be cognizant of a variety of factors when planning their city. Trade routes must be established, factories constructed, and citizens kept happy. For those who enjoy games with sandboxes and an eye for detail, Anno 1800 is perfect for whiling away the hours. Game available on PC.